All right, hello. Welcome again to Otis Frampton Live. Kind of disheveled here. Hope everyone's doing okay today. We're going to finish up the Procreate Dreams demo that I've been working on. I already have the video file imported. This isn't the finished animation. I still need to do some tweaks, but for the purposes of today, I decided to just output what I have. I've already brought it into LumaFusion. That's where we'll be working today because we're working on sound design. It's the last bit that we'll be working on. It's outside of Procreate Dreams, but you can find whatever video editing app you want. So I already have the video in here, and I've got some image adjustments already set on here. I got a bloom and a contrast adjust to the video. You can see that here it is without. It's not quite as punchy or as bright, but turn that on, really gives it a nice look. And I've got them set to various different settings. So, but I like that look. And as you can also see, I have the little bit of the camera shake. Whoops, turn that off for now. A little bit of the camera shake that I told you about. Give it a little bit of life. So it looks like he's flying around and moving. And today we're going to be working in audio, like I said, sound effects. First thing I'm going to do before I start layering in sound effects is I'm going to adjust the audio on the actual music that I've been working to. Oh, and as usual with this, I'll be watching the chat on Instagram, Rumble, and YouTube, but I'm going to try to save questions till the end. So I want to make this music sound like it's coming out of this little speaker here. I want to give it kind of a tinny sound. Right now, this is what it sounds like. If that's too loud or too low, please let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. But I'm going to press on here. So to do that, I'm going to double tap on the audio track. And we're going to give it... I had to look this up myself to figure out how to do this. But right away I found a good suggestion for how. And it involves setting a low and a high pass filter onto the audio. So let's add a low pass filter. And we're going to play it and see if we can adjust this to make it work. That's the low pass. Now I'll add high pass. Actually, it works. Let's get in here. That's perfect. Tinny sounding audio. Perfect. Awesome. That works. All right. So we got that. That was quick. So just a low and a high pass filter added to. So let me just adjust this. This is not working. There we go. I'm trying to scale this. There we go. Try to scale it to a manageable. And to scale the timeline in LumaFusion, you just do two fingers like this to scale. I don't think you can. No, you can't do it up and down. All right, so we got that done. Now we want to start layering in some audio sound effects. First thing we're going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is to show you where I got the sound effects. No, that's not it. There it is. This is a website called Free Sound. I've used it before. It's really great. You can sign up for free, and then you can search their database of free sounds to download that you can use in projects. It's a really great website. They have a lot of variety, and I'm pretty much always able to find the sounds that I want. And in this case, I found 4 sounds that I think will work really well. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to import some media use the Files app. Go to Downloads. And actually, so the first thing I'm going to do is the sound I chose for the interior. What is that? That's not it. The interior of the car, and we might have to play with this a little bit. Get it in there. So yep, it fills the entire timeline. I'm going to turn off the music, so we don't have to listen to that. And let's just hear that on its own. Oh, this is actually no. Oh, I'm sorry. This is rain on Windows. This is it's for the sound of the rain that I chose. That works pretty well, but I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. First of all, I'm gonna lower the volume. We'll adjust we'll do the final mix later, but just adjust it down there. I'm going here and I'm going to adjust the pitch. I'm going to pitch it up a little bit so it's not just a little higher in pitch. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? Well, it'll work for now. There's other ways I can adjust that to pitch it without it sounding strange. But I just want to show you where to get that. Let's drag this back here. Let's hear it with the music. All right. Next, I'm going to add another file. We'll add this one. I'll see what that is. Oh, that's not it. Wait a minute. So that's the rain. What did I just import? All right, let's try this. Ah, this is the sound that I wanted. This is the sound of, that down there, of like an interior of a taxi cab. I'll turn off the other sounds. I think I want to edit this at a certain point. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's do it this way. Okay, I don't want that. Okay, so let's get past the beeps. There. I'm going to split this there, delete that part, drag this back. I'll save it. That weirdness of the, get past that. We'll delete that part, bring it back. Now I got sort of a low rumble with other clicks and clacks sounds. Kind of works. like it without the clicks and clacks. So let's get past that. There. Split it again, delete it, drag it back. That should work. Whoops. Yeah, that's perfect. If you could save all questions for afterwards, I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna power through this now, answer any questions you guys have. Yeah, that works. So I'm gonna clip this here, delete that, drag it. Whoops. Drag it back to align. Now we've got our low rumble. Now let's turn on the other two and sort of mix it. I'm gonna drag the volume on that track down a lot just to see. Actually, pretty good. Okay, now let's drag in one more. I thought I had. Let me just check something real quick. I thought I had 2 sound effects for flybys, but I guess I didn't. Oh, that's weird. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, I do have 4. Why is one not showing up? Oh, that's why. Sorry. Well, we'll have to make do with just one of them then. So let's do that again. Here's the flyby. Hopefully we can change the pitch and make them sound a little bit different, but it doesn't matter if they don't sound too different at this point. Just want to show you how to do it. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we're going to start layering in the car flybys, and we'll have to kind of watch for them. There's one, there's the there, followed by the light, so we'll look for that. I'll kind of extend this out so we have an easier time of it. So there's one, and we're going to drag this down onto a new track, and I'm going to turn the other audio off for now. Now let's find, there's the main part. We can see it. You can see the waveform actually in each of the audio files, but I'm going to shorten it. Just the beginning and end of the flyby part. Let's see, the actual flyby is right there, so we'll drag this right there, and let's just see how it plays. Pretty close. Whoops. Try one more time. And it cuts out abruptly there, but we can fix that. What we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to add some keyframes to the audio. So add a keyframe here. We'll drag the volume all the way, and then at the height we'll add another keyframe, put it all the way up to the regular volume, and then at the end drag it all the way down so it creates its own ease in, ease out. There we go. And that looks like it's pretty good in there. Now we'll turn the other tracks on. see how it plays. We're gonna leave it at that volume for now, just to see. The music is definitely not loud enough, but and we're going to lower the volume of the flyby. And lower it even more. And now we're just mixing sounds to make sure there's a good balance. Going to duplicate the flyby. I'll put it on a separate track here. Let's see how that plays. It's too late. It's a simple process of adjusting. There we go. Just drag this down. Now let's play the two and see what it sounds like all together here. Still sounds a little too late. No, it's too early. Am I doing this wrong? Let's try this again. Sorry. There it is. All right. Yep. It's actually fine. I don't think I need to really change it too much. I can change the pitch on those flybys and it works fine. But the first thing, before I do any of that, I'm going to want to start like layering them in. Let's duplicate that. Drag this up here. Flyby. Yep. One thing I'm going to probably do is bring the rain up a bit. It's whoops. It's this track. Yeah, that really gives us some atmosphere. The volume on the music is a little too low, and it's at the limits where I can raise it because I put a low and a high. What was it called? High pass and low pass filter on it. What I can do is duplicate that audio and take the high and low pass filters off, lower it down a bit, so it gives a little bit more fullness. So I duplicate it. I think I've got one more track to work with. Can I duplicate? Yeah, there it is. Oh. That's weird. It split them. Let me go back in. Sorry, I'm looking for... Where's the file? There it is. I'll just put this on in here. Now, yeah. So what I want to do is now just lower the volume on that one. Nope, that works. Now I'm out of audio tracks here. I've used up the 6 that I'm allowed in LumaFusion, but that's okay because we're using 2 of them just for the flybys, and that's all we need. And that's pretty much everything. If I wanted to, I could output this as. If I wanted to add more audio after I get done layering in all the audio, I can basically output this as an audio file without the video, bring it back into a new file with the video, and then layer onto that track. It's the same way of iteratively working with different files. Some people might say, well, why don't you work on a PC or Mac and you can use many more layers. That's great. I like working mobile. I love not being tethered to a desktop anymore. Sitting here doing my live streams on my desktop with my iPad and my Sketchbook Pro is the closest thing that I ever come to working at the desktop anymore. I like being able to work anywhere. So if I have to use different files iteratively like that to get things done, I'll do that because I love the mobility of the iPad. Just check something here. All right. So at this point, I'll be doing is duplicating and then adding more car flybys as they come. There's like 10 to 12, I think, in the entire thing. You can see another one there. But right now, this is pretty much what I wanted. I wanted the music to sound kind of tinny and like it's coming from a cheap little speaker up here inside the car. It's kind of the vibe that I was looking for. I wasn't looking for something, booming and bassy, the way the original audio is. I wanted that feel. I wanted it to feel sort of like lo-fi in a high-tech environment. All right, and that's about it. Just a reminder that I'm going here. I have added a couple of effects to the original video. One is a bloom, and I've adjusted the radius and intensity on that. And the other is a contrast color adjustment. Again, I've made I've lowered it a little bit just so it's not so contrasty and blown out. But I like the way it looks. I like the bloom effect and the saturation. I'll show you again with it off. There's off. I'll play it. Where is it? That's weird. It's only playing that clip. Anyway, and then here it is with it on again. It's a couple of color adjustments that really make it look, really add to it. It adds a lot to the interior, the light effect as the flybys happen, because it sort of expands the range of that glow. I like that a lot. It looks really good. One more thing that I'd probably add is just a touch of noise. And I think, let's see, where's the noise filter? It's not here. I know there is one. There's gotta be. If there's not, I will add that myself later. There's got to be a noise filter. Huh. Weird. You'd think there would be. Sorry to do this on the fly here, but I thought there was in LumaFusion. I can't believe there's not one. I might be missing it. Huh. I'll figure it out. There's a big dot. No, that doesn't work. That's not noise. We'll get rid of that. Well, I can add that to the original video in Procreate Dreams. I'm actually shocked. I can't believe there's not a noise filter. There's got to be one. I'll look that up later. It's kind of bugging me now that there isn't. Oh. All right. Well, that's pretty much it then. We've taken it all the way from the initial background animation to the character animation using the Perform tool in Procreate Dreams. We've done lighting, we've done camera movements, and color adjustments in LumaFusion, and finally the addition of sound effects. I still have some work to do on this piece. Like I said, I want to add a little bobblehead doll kind of dancing here on this side. I should have left a little more room for her, but I can figure that out later. And when I'm finished with this, I will share the final animation to my socials. And now, if you guys have any questions at all, I'll check and see if there are any asked. Gnome Doodle says, love to see your work. Hello, Gnome. How you doing? We're on YouTube. Which iPad Pro are you using? The most recent one, the M4 iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil Pro. And yes, it's a 512 gigabyte, the 512 gigabyte version. Thanks, Zach. Well, thanks for watching. Anybody else have any questions before I sign off? Just make sure I'm not missing anything. This piece has basically turned out the way I wanted it to. I wasn't trying to do anything too expansive. My whole goal here was to show how to do individual elements of a piece and not make it too complicated. If I was going to make something really complicated, it probably wouldn't be that interesting to watch in terms of learning from. Simple things like this at least give you a starting point that you can go from. You can say, oh, I remember how Otis did it this way, and I can use that technique to do this and this and this. That's the real takeaway, I think, from tutorials, is you find the basics, and then you find ways to expand on them in your own creative ways. And hopefully I've done that. All right, I'm going to sign off then. It's Friday, so next week I'll be back. I will be back Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday probably, but next week, next Wednesday is the launch of my new comic series, The Patchwork Girl of Oz. Issue number 1 comes out. Let me just get to where is it? Where are you? Oh, sorry. That's not it. Try to show you something, and I'll find it in a second. Or I won't. What is wrong with me? What's going on here? That's weird. I don't know where it went. I'll just show you this then. Issue number 1 of Patchwork Girl of Oz comes out on the 22nd. It'll be in comic shops everywhere. It'll be on digital, on Comixology and other digital comic platforms. I'll be talking about it all next week. On Wednesday, I'll be at a comic shop doing a signing for the launch. So I don't know if I'll be on live stream then, but hopefully you guys will be able to pick it out. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow on Instagram, X, Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook. The 5 places that I stream to, and I'll see you next week.